Hi, Aries. So, what we're doing is the life path or your life purpose and the path that you need to take to get to the finish line, okay? So, obviously, this is going to be the first time we're doing this. It's going to be a bi weekly thing. We're obviously not going to reach the finish line with the first one, which we don't want to do anyways. It's an adventure, it's a marathon, it's not a race. So, usually with everybody else, I would have all three decks here and I'd feel the energy of each one. But when I shuffle to cleanse each deck, speaking of, I need to put some, when I shuffled to cleanse each deck, I actually ended up with a major arcana on the bottom of each deck. This one landed on the card for Aries. This one landed on the card for Scorpio, and this one landed on the card for Leo. And those are three of the four signs that I still have left to do. So I took that as a sign as this is the deck you need to use for each sign. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll be clarifying because I don't want to mess up the energy that they're currently holding. I'll be clarifying with another deck that I have over here. Okay. So what we're doing is trying to figure out what your life path or the path of purpose is for you. Okay. If it doesn't resonate, check your moon or rising. It's going to be different for everybody. It may not resonate with you, or you may hear the message different. Trying to keep love out of it, but love has somehow crept in to each and every sign some way or another. And it could be because my moon is in Libra. I'm not sure. But I'm trying to keep it so that love is not necessarily in this reading, even though love is the highest vibration on earth. We still have work to do before we can say all we want to think about is love. That's not all there is. That's one facet to life. It's not the entire thing. Okay. So let's go ahead and get grounded. Take a few deep breaths, Libra. A few signs are a little bit nervous upon me starting to get into their energy, to feel like where they're at on their path, because that's going to be our first question. But there's no need to be nervous. We want to see where you are. We want to see where you are so we can know where you're going, where you're headed, and make sure, like I said, you reach the finish line. So the first question we want to know is, where is Aries currently at on their life path? I think I said Libra, so you might have a Libra cross watching, but where is Aries currently at on their life path? Where is Aries currently at on their life path? Their path of purpose. Why is this song on repeat? I hope it's... So I'm listening to the Lion King soundtrack, which is what I've been doing for everybody's sign so far, because there's a lot of good energy on this album. If you haven't heard it already, definitely check it out. Where is Aries currently at on their path of purpose? Okay, come on. Where is Aries currently at on their path of purpose? I know this is the deck that I was supposed to use for you because, like I said, when I pre-shuffled, your energy showed up at the bottom. There it is again. So yeah, this is the deck for you. Come on, Spirit. Where is Aries currently at on their path of purpose? I know this is probably not what you guys want to do. A lot of people listen to tarot because they want love advice. And that's going to probably be what my channel is mostly about because, like I said, my moon is in Libra. But I also want to make sure that I'm also fulfilling my purpose to make sure everybody else is following their purpose and getting advice to stay on their path. I have Aries 5 times in my birth chart, so I may as well be an Aries myself. Where's Aries currently at on their life path? I don't like to pull cards. I want them to just fly out because I don't want to feel like I'm steering it. If one comes out like, jumps out halfway, then I might take it if it feels like that's the card I'm supposed to take. Where is Aries currently at on their life path? Also, I've been telling people, like, I don't plan to be this huge YouTube person. I have messages for my soul tribe, people that actually connect to me. So if you don't believe in tarot and you're just watching this to be nosy, because I got that feeling just now, like somebody is watching this to spy or to be nosy, please click off the channel. Please don't ruin the energy. We're trying to get the people that actually believe in this and actually want to know, get advice. There we go. We want to get messages for them. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords. card that comes out is the Five of Pentacles, which basically talks about feeling left out in the cold. It can also talk about feeling lack, like you don't have enough financially, because it's Pentacles. The Pentacles would be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, but it doesn't have to be that sign. You could be feeling left out of the cold from not necessarily work, but you could be feeling like you don't belong somewhere, perhaps a church, because this window here reminds me of a church window. So maybe you feel like an outsider for a certain religion. Could be a job. Again, we're not trying to focus on love, but maybe you feel like an outsider from your family also. Left out. Just left out. Feeling left out. Taking a break. Also, another window that looks like a church window. So that's why I'm getting that religious vibes. Like maybe you don't fit in anymore. So you're taking a break. You've been taking a break. What's under that? Two of Swords. Yeah, you're trying to make a decision. So Aries is currently, you guys are not feeling the greatest about your life path. You feel like you're in a position where you're either not making the money that you want to make, or you're feeling left out of an organization, a religion, or a family. Okay. What would be the next step that Aries needs to take to fulfill their purpose? What would be the next step that Aries needs to take to fulfill their purpose? I would encourage everybody to check out their natal chart so you can find out what other placements you have in your birth chart. Find out what your moon and rising is. Your moon depicts how you think. Your rising is how you present yourself to the world. Listening to the other signs will give you a well-rounded story, okay? Your sun sign is just your ego. That's the sign you were born under. That's where the sun was when you were born. That's it. I don't want to say that's it. That's the shell of you, but there's so much more to you. So I encourage everybody to figure out their full birth chart, at least their moon and rising sign. What would be the next steps that Aries needs to take? Okay, Aries needs to take. Somebody doesn't want to talk about this. Somebody wants me to stop right now, but I'm not going to stop, Aries. We got to know what's the next step for Aries to take to fulfill their purpose. What's the next step that Aries needs to take to fulfill their purpose? Another churchy one wanted to pop out, which would talk more about working with divine. This is about love, so I'm not going to take it. What's the next step that Aries needs to take to fulfill their purpose? What's the next step that Aries needs to take to fulfill their purpose? What's the next step that Aries needs to take to fulfill their purpose? You know, and one of the other ones that I did for you guys, you didn't really want to talk that much either, and you were still in that resting position. So I feel like Aries is just kind of like laid back, recovering from something that they feel either left out of or that they're trying to make a decision about. Next step for Aries to take on to fulfill their life purpose. Yeah, you guys are over this. Next step for Aries to take to fulfill their life purpose. Or somebody that's watching this is over this. Next step. That still feels like it's going to be about love for me, but we'll see. Yep, see? Because heartache comes out. So let's see what you want to talk about, what you are willing to talk about. Aries, are you waiting on an apology from someone? Are you looking back? How can I hold this up so you guys can see it? Are you looking back at something that you had before and like, this person owes me an apology? Because again, the bottom of the deck was the Three of Swords. What's underneath that? Judgment. Yeah, this is dead. Let it go. It's over. Let it go. You have something better. If you would turn around and look at this, you have something better. Okay? The whole package is here. The family, the stability, the practicality, everything is here. Okay, so we got that out the way. Let it go. Let that old relationship go. If they haven't given you the apology, apologize to yourself for putting yourself in that situation, or for them putting you in that situation, so you can reach that 10 of Pentacles, because abundance is waiting for you. What's the next step in the right direction for Aries to fulfill their purpose? What's the next step in the right direction for Aries to fulfill their purpose? Now that we've talked about that, now that we got that out the way, y'all wanted me to say it. So, and like I said, I have an abundance of Aries in my chart, but I feel like I have to be fiery with y'all and direct. Like, okay, there's more to life. What is the next step for Aries to take to fulfill their purpose? Next step for Aries to take to fulfill their purpose. I'm gonna be mad if I have to scrap this video and grab another deck. I might actually just grab another deck. I'm gonna try one more time. Next step for Aries to fulfill their purpose. To fulfill their purpose. What is the next step Aries needs to take to fulfill their purpose? It's like there's some things that want to come out. There's other things that are like, nah, I'm not trying to come out. So let's grab this one. Good. As soon as I open it, it's your energy, the Fool. But look what else is there. Conflict. So you mad about something, Aries. You got to let it go, because we're trying to move forward. I hate to talk to y'all like that, because I love Aries. You guys are master manifestors. You're the Magician and also the Fool. So you should be feeling like yourself right now, because we're moving into a fire sign season. Get out your feelings. We're leaving Cancer season behind. Let's move into that Leo energy, your fellow fire sign, okay? We're trying to get the next step for Aries to take to fulfill their purpose. The next step that Aries needs to take to fulfill their purpose on their life path, please. What's the next step that Aries needs to take to fulfill their purpose on their life path? There we go. Thank you. Four of Pentacles. You guys got a lot of fours. So the Four of Swords was talking about rest. The Four of Pentacles is feeling like, this is mine. I'm holding on to this. Thank you. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, that's the step in the right direction. You're working hard, so you hold on to what you're working so hard for. Okay? This talks about you could be overworking, like you could just have Pentacles on the mind. Somebody didn't. Somebody is still thinking about the past, but you could be working extra hard because you keep thinking about the past. You're trying to work it out of your mind, but you're also holding on to your Pentacles. Lord, the Page of Swords is also under here, which talks about spying on somebody or an immature communication. Also the Knight of Cups. Don't be spying on nobody. But the step in the right direction would be to continue to work and make sure you're saving your money. Hold on to your money. There's a lot of Pentacles here. And you guys are fire signs. You're not an earth sign. Pentacles represent the earth sign. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. We want to see wands out here for you so we can get in your energy on your path. Unless you are an Aries that has an abundance of earth in your energy, or you're surrounded by a lot of earthy people. But we go from the 5 to the 4 and 8. So feeling like you don't have enough, overcompensating because you're working, and then saving. But they're saying that actually saving your money is a step in the right direction. Maybe you feel like you're lacking because you overspent in the past. If this is feeling like you're left out of something, you're working. What are you working extra hard for? The Knight in Cups. Oh. So you have some activities coming up in Leo season. So for your life path, your purpose, they're saying to continue to work hard and also save your money, so you don't feel like you're lacking anything. I feel like this Eight of Pentacles is also helping you to not even think about feeling left out of anything, okay? So the next question, what's an important message that Aries needs to hear at this point on their journey? Oh, okay. Wow. You guys seen that card fly out. Bottom of the deck, Two of Cups. Now, this is the only time that I will talk about love because this is supposed to be about your life path. But for everybody else, if a message comes out because it's an important message you need to hear. Ten of Swords. I already told you about letting it go. This is a dead situation. You were stabbed in the back 1,000,000 times, left for the wolves, in this case, a deer. But if you are into any type of spirituality, your spirit guides, angels, whoever you pray to, they're working to remove these swords from your back because they want you to get back up. Did you feel stabbed in the back because you felt like this was a soulmate? Maybe it was a job or, like I said, a religion, something that you felt a strong connection to. You feel betrayed by them and confused. Betrayed and confused. Okay? But it's okay. So let's clarify. We need to clarify the Ten of Swords. Why is the Ten of Swords here for Aries? Okay, almost. Why is the Ten of Swords here for Aries? Why is this an important message for them to know? Why is this message important for them to know? Why is this an important message for Aries to know? The Empress wants to come out. Why is the Ten of Swords here? I think because they're trying to say you need to let it go because there's somebody else that sees you as a better, like somebody else knows your worth. And in the process of you hanging on to this hurt, this heartache, this pain, you're kind of ignoring somebody else's recognition of you. And it could, like I said, it could be about a job. Like maybe you worked your ass off at a job and you feel betrayed. You feel like they didn't know your worth. They didn't pay you your worth. They're not paying you your worth. Somebody else sees you and somebody else will. So let's clarify this Ten of Swords. Just to be clear, that was a message that I just heard. So somebody needs to hear that. Clarify it. Yep. What did I just say? What did I just say? Bottom of the deck, Six of Swords, which talks about moving forward. Remember in the other cards, you were facing the other way, looking back at something. You need to move forward because the situation is dead. There's a lot of Swords and Pentacles here. Neither are your energy. Swords talks about mental. The signs that represent the swords are air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay. This hurt that you're feeling from this organization, religion, job, partnership, whatever, you need to move forward because better is waiting for you. But you're currently looking at this cup. You're looking at this cup, but you ain't even reaching for this cup, okay? Somebody knows your worth and you're still harping on the past. You got to let it go. Okay, so what's the final outcome for Aries between now and August 2nd? August 2nd is the last day for Mercury to be in retrograde, thankfully. What's the final outcome for Aries between now and August 2nd? So this is going to be a 2-week energy. Final outcome for Aries between now and August 2nd. Final outcome for Aries between now and August 2nd. That Ten of Pentacles wanted to come out again. Final outcome for Aries between now and August 2nd. I really want to see a Wands card come out for you guys because everything has shown itself except for your energy. There's no Wands here so far. Final outcome for Aries between now and August 2nd, please. Final outcome for Aries between now and August 2nd. If you're drinking or doing any partying in excess, try to use discernment. Try not to overdo it. Final outcome for Aries between now and August 2nd, please. Final outcome for Aries. Okay. Ooh, wait, just this one? Okay. The Lovers. I told you guys, there is something else that is meant for your soul. Something else that sets your soul, bottom of the deck is Queen of Cups. something else that is going to set your soul on fire, or that is meant for you. Something that actually is for you. It's waiting for you. It's just waiting for you to acknowledge it. The only card that was facing this, that was looking towards this, well, now the Queen of Cups is, but the only other card that was facing this way was the Six of Swords. Moving into calmer waters, mental clarity. The rest of them looking back at the heartache. Why, Aries? Why? Or the disappointment, looking back at the heartache or disappointment. There's no reason for that. She kind of looks pregnant in this picture. Pregnancy's been coming out a lot today for all the signs on their life path. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, there you go again with that on your job. But at least the Queen of Cups is here. So emotions and stability are both here. What's underneath that? The Sun. Thankfully, we're moving into Leo energy. The Sun is represented by Leo. Okay, so like I said, in the next 2 weeks, you should be acknowledging this connection with either a job, a person, a project, whatever it is that sets your soul on fire. You'll be looking towards it. See, she's looking that way now in the next 2 weeks, which is good because that's when we'll be in Leo season. That's your brother, sister sign. Okay, do we need to clarify anything? No, I think you guys will be fine. I think you guys are just resting right now. You don't want to talk too much. You don't want to talk about it, whatever it is. But I hope this gives you some. So I know I was being a little stern with my voice, but that's just the energy that I felt you guys needed to get. Like you almost need like somebody to shake you up, like Aries, wake up, that sort of thing. So I apologize for the bluntness and the harshness, but I hope you guys got something out of this. Feel free to give me a like, comment, and subscribe if it resonated, and we'll check back in 2 weeks to see what manifested out of this and how we can continue to move you forward on the path, on your path to your purpose. Okay? Bye, Aries.